Hey there, Gemini. Welcome to your reading for the week of September 21st. This week, if you'll want to catch me live, I go live every single day at 4 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. But Gemini, let's see what we have going on for you. A lot of happiness coming in for you here. Probably, I feel like after a very deep, spiritual or challenging lesson here, Gemini, in your past here. Yeah, it's like the same story that I always get for you, Gemini. In a lot of ways. I feel like some of you have gone through some deep challenges here, and I do feel like there's some more stuff coming up here, but let's see what it is that is going on for you here. Yeah, I definitely feel like you've been doing some deep work here, Gemini. For sure. This could be like a lot of spiritual work. I do feel like the sun is coming up though, which is nice. I feel like you will be maybe choosing to come out of the cold. Your overall energy for the reading is the watch and wait card here. So I feel like some of you are in this watch and wait mode is what I'd say to you, Gemini. So it's like you're kind of like waiting to see what happens. You start off with the happiness card here. I get this weird message that I feel like some of you feel like you moved away from happiness, or maybe you feel like you lost happiness or something that made you happy. Yeah, maybe because you have chosen to be in solitude. You have a lot of cards of solitude and a lot of cards of maybe introspection as well in your reading here, Gemini. The High Priestess, the Hermit. You even have the Five of Pentacles and the Five of Swords. This looks bad, but I don't think it's as bad as it seems. And again, we're going to clarify with the Lenormand. So the reading isn't over yet, Gemini. And again, I don't think it's a bad reading. I just feel like some of you could be in solitude with this energy. But you have the Six of Swords, the Ace of Swords, and the High Priestess. The Six of Swords is a card of going through a rite of passage. Normally, it's like this guy here represents a guide who goes back and forth between the choppy waters, and you are the one that's sitting in the boat right here. For some of you, I feel that you have definitely been going through some choppy waters recently. Gemini, maybe over the past few months or past 6 months or so, you've been maybe going through some challenges in difficulties here. I'm getting a million things popping into my head here, Gemini. For some of you, I feel like you could have been dealing with a Pisces. Pisces keeps coming up in your readings, Gemini, all the time. And so some of you could have been dealing with a Pisces here. Maybe it was someone you thought you would marry with the Four of Wands, but it's like you feel left out in the cold in this last row. We're going to see, again, I feel like there's more to the story is what's popping into my head. That's the word. Those are literally the words that are popping into my head right now for your reading, is that there's more to the story, or more than meets the eye is popping into my head as well. So I feel like there's more to this story, but let's see where it heads. So you have these cards here. I definitely feel like there's some sort of truth that needs to come out with that Ace of Swords. I feel like someone is going to have verbal diarrhea here. You have the Knight of Swords down here. So it's almost like someone in a situation is going to have verbal diarrhea. I really can't tell how this is going to make you feel yet with this last row. So it could be you, it could be your person who's going to be kind of having diarrhea of the mouth here with the Knight of Swords. But I feel like there's some sort of truth coming in here with the Knight of Swords. For others, I do feel like there could be some sort of legal situation involving children here. Could be like divorce, child support, something like that. I feel like you're still waiting for an answer. If I'm being honest with you, Gemini, I do feel like there will be a little bit more waiting here. But again, let's see what the outcome is. You have the Scarab Beetle next. It says magic works through you. So I feel like for a lot of you, you need to realize that you can manifest whatever you want in your life. But at the same time, the Scarab Beetle, in the ancient Egyptians, they said that the scarab was responsible for rolling the sun over the horizon. So I do feel like you have gone through a period of darkness, but it also symbolizes death and rebirth, the scarab beetle. The scarab kind of says that through death, there will be life, of course, and also through going through some sort of metaphorical death here, Gemini, you are actually going to be growing. You even have the Four of Wands here. Like I said, this looks a little scary over here, but I feel like there's more to the story, so bear with me, stick around. Right? But I feel like there will be growth with that Four of Wands. Four of Wands is calling you, here. Let's just say this. You have the Four of Wands, the King of Wands, and you also have the Knight of Swords. The Four of Wands, these people are calling you to a celebration. Sorry, I just spat at you, Gemini. Sorry for spitting. But the Four of Wands says you need to step through that threshold. This is a threshold right here. It's like all the happiness, everything you want in your life is on the other side of these Four Wands. But you need to move towards those Four Wands. It could be something where you have to go on an adventure with this King of Wands, or maybe you have to make a decision to cut something out, Ace of Swords and Knight of Swords. And this is kind of like the story is starting to shape up, I feel, here for you, Gemini. I feel like for some of you, maybe you have to leave some sort of comfort zone, or you have to move towards a new comfort zone is what I feel. The problem with this new comfort zone is it's unknown. It is, I feel like this is hidden. I feel like this is something where you are going to be having to invest a lot of energy into a new comfort zone, but it's like you're not even sure it's going to be a comfort zone yet. What the hell does that mean? What that means is I feel like for some of you, you could be leaving an old relationship. It's like, for whatever reason, I feel like some of you could have given an old relationship a second chance, and it's like maybe there's something new coming around here, and so it's like kind of like having to leave that old comfort zone for something new. Same thing with work as well, Gemini. It's like maybe you have maybe you want something better. Maybe you know there's something better for you in work or career, but it's kind of like stepping through this threshold, believing that you can level up in your life is the challenge with this Four of Wands. It's like you see these people celebrating. It's like you know that there's happiness on the other side of something, I feel, with that Four of Wands. But it's like I said, hitting this finish line, stepping through is the challenge. I always say that, you know, they've done a lot of studies on this. When people maybe make more money in business, like they go from like $50,000 to $100,000 a year, right? They study these people, and a lot of those people go back to making $50,000 a year. Why? Because it was a comfort zone. $100,000 pushed them outside of their comfort zone. So I feel like for some of you, it's like life could be better than you can even imagine, but you need to step outside a comfort zone with this energy. I do feel like you made like a decision was made too quickly in the past here with this Knight of Swords. And it's like I do get like some sort of regrets here with these two fives. You don't have the Five of Cups, but I do get regrets here with this energy. Again, we're going to clarify and see what's going on here. I do feel like some of you could be dealing with a fire sign as well. The fire is coming up as your center card. The center card is the most important card in a 9-card spread. And the King of Wands to me is a card of walking through fire in a lot of ways. It's a card of determination and like creativity and all these other things that the King of Wands represents. But to me, the King of Wands says you can walk through fire and survive. He has salamanders all over his cloak, and in mythology, the salamanders represent, being able to be protected from fire. So I do feel like you're protected at this time. You have this flexible card here. I do feel like you need to be flexible in the way that something is going to work out. And fair. I feel like there needs to be fairness. For some of you, I feel like someone realizes that they weren't fair in a past relationship situation, or maybe they didn't give as much as they should have in a past relationship situation. So I feel like someone's feeling out in the cold here with this last row. So I feel like an out in the cold situation with that Five of Pentacles. Five of Swords, like wanting to give up on something. I feel like you need to shine your inner light here, Gemini, on something that you feel like you want to give up on. I feel like this could be a situation that could be corrected. It's going to be different for all of you. It could be love related. It could be work related as well. But I feel like you need to keep pushing. Five of Swords to me says don't give up. Five of Swords to me also says things are not as serious as they appear. Normally, this guy walking away right here, Gemini, normally he has polka dots on his shirt. And those polka dots represent the fact that like we should not necessarily take things too seriously. And life doesn't have to be so serious. But I feel like you're kind of like, this could be an energy of making a mountain out of a molehill here, Gemini. So I would be careful of like making a mountain out of a molehill here with this Five of Swords. I feel like you've really gone through it here, Gemini. You know, it comes up in this same diagonal, Six of Swords, King of Wands, the Hermit. Like I said, rite of passage, never comfortable. The Hermit facing your shadow. So I feel like some of you have gone through a lot of shadow work. Let's clarify this and let's make this better. So let's see what's going on for you, Gemini. Let's see what the rest of the story is here. Between the Six of Swords and the Four of Wands, yeah, you have the Nine of Hearts, the Rider. This is good news, or could be news about love or communication and love. And I definitely got that feeling here between the Ace of Swords and this King of Wands. I do feel like some of you either have to reach out to a person or someone will be reaching out to you here, Gemini, and I feel like it's love. The Rider is like a wish or a dream come true. I feel like there's some sort of comfort zone that needs to be left here with this Four of Wands. I get the sense that maybe someone needs to leave a marriage, or it could be someone needs to leave a situation to be with you here, or it could be vice versa. Again, take it for how it resonates. But I feel like this person is married, this King of Wands, this fire sign. So if you're dating a fire sign, they could be married to a person. And again, this needs to be overcome here. Let's keep going. Between the Ace of Swords and the King of Wands, you have the Six of Hearts, the Star. Yeah, definitely good news coming in for you. The Star also represents shining your inner light. For whatever reason, I feel like you're not opening up fully. I feel like you should open up fully here with this Hermit card, or someone needs to open up fully to you. The Six of Hearts, it's a really good card, but it's kind of, you have this Hermit here. He has the Star in his lantern, but he's kind of got it, the lantern is kind of blocked off. You know, like the Star is kind of in that lantern. He is not shining the full star. So I feel like some of you need to kind of open up here. Between the High Priestess and the Knight of Swords, you have the Two of Swords. I feel like a decision was made too quickly to run away or leave a relationship with this energy here. So someone could have run away from you here, Gemini. I feel like there could be regrets in that situation. Again, it could be vice versa. Take it how it resonates, like I always say. But I feel like someone like ran away from a relationship. And with these fives here, I feel like there could be sadness or regrets in this situation with those cards. Between the Four of Wands here and the Five of Pentacles, you have the Tower. The Tower is not in the Lenormand, is not like the Tower in the Tarot. It is a card of solitude and being alone. So, like I said, I got in the beginning of the reading, I was talking about isolation and being isolated. I feel like you need to come out of the cold here, Gemini. I feel like it's in your power in a lot of ways to come out of the cold. This could be with a person, or again, there could be just a better opportunity in work where I feel like saying where you're not making sacrifices. So it's like maybe you currently have a job where you feel like you're making a lot of sacrifices. And I feel like this is a position where you won't be having to make a bunch of sacrifices. Between the King of Wands here and the Five of Swords, you have the Sun. A lot of happiness coming in for you here. I feel like don't deny your happiness either here, Gemini. I feel like there's a need to move. It's like, you know, something is going to make you happy. I feel like you need to move towards it. The Sun, this Five of Swords. The Five of Swords, like I said, says don't take things too seriously, move towards happiness. The Sun does, the Five of Swords does represent fun. Again, there's a guy who has polka dots on a shirt, represents needing to not take things too seriously, but also needing to have fun. So I feel like some of you need to look at things in a more fun way, or try to have fun with these cards here. Between the Knight of Swords here and the Hermit, you have the Nine of Spades. The Nine of Spades is called the anchor, and it can represent something that you feel like is keeping you stuck here, Gemini. So let's pull an outcome row, and let's see what you feel like is keeping you stuck. I feel like some of you could be trying to move away from a very stuck energy. I mean, it's kind of like a simple reading in a lot of ways. For your top row outcome, you have the Six of Clubs. Definitely feeling a lot of burdens. I feel like you have been very burdened. For some of you, this could be emotional burdens, you know, or it could be burdens that caused you to have like emotional pain or to feel things emotionally with that energy. Yeah, you have the Four of Clubs, not seeing things clearly. I'm wondering if a retrograde messed something up here with the Four of Clubs. We've been having a lot of retrogrades. Like a few months ago, we had a bunch of retrogrades as well. So maybe within like the past 4 months, you experienced some sort of breakup, and it could have been retrograde related with that Four of Clubs. Gemini, we're going to pull an extra row because I'm not going to leave it at this. Your bottom row, you have the Queen of Clubs. I feel like for some of you that someone in a relationship situation could have been seduced away from you with this Queen of Clubs here. So someone could have been seduced by another person, and that could have led to someone running away here, or a running away situation. So that's interesting. Your center card here is the Sun, which is the best card in the Lenormand, pretty much, kind of like in the Tarot. And it's right next to this Star card as well. So, you know, I feel like there's a lot of positivity here, but I feel like you need to see it with these two fives. I would say no stinking thinking. As I always say, Gemini, I feel like you need to keep it positive, or you need to think positively about something. For some of you, I feel like something would work out better than you think. Yeah, you have the Emperor here. In this row, the Justice card, definitely justice coming in here for you, or there will be justice or the truth. Five of Cups, there's the other five right there. A lot of regrets in this situation. I don't know, somebody has regrets here, Gemini. Like I said, I'm not going to try to sugarcoat this, but I feel like someone has a lot of regrets. Could be you, could be a person in a relationship situation, a lot of sadness. Could be a fire sign here, could be an air sign, could be any sign. This is just a general reading. Could also be a Pisces as well. There's a lot of sadness. I feel like somebody's gone cold as well with this Emperor card. The Emperor to me is a card of coldness. I feel like you want to bring justice to the situation, or balance, regardless of what side you're on. I don't think it matters. I feel like either you want closure or you want justice on a situation here, Gemini. Yeah, for some of you, I feel like you're thinking about moving on, or someone is thinking about moving on in a situation. Someone needs to open up. You have this message in a bottle card. The message in the bottle card says there needs to be communication. Someone needs to open up in a situation. The message is in a bottle. It's like someone needs to let it out. So I feel like it might as well be you, Gemini, if you're watching me, if you're thinking about communicating with someone. So weird reading is what I would say to you. For others, I just feel like there's something better for you as far as work is concerned here, Gemini. And I feel like that could be your main focus. King of Wands really wants to put his heart and soul into something. He really wants to raise something like a child, work-wise. So I feel like for some of you, it's like you could be looking for something where you can really invest your heart and soul into it and get something out. This could be like in work or business. So that's interesting. I feel like for some of you, it's like you're hoping for a turnaround. Six of Hearts, to me, is obstacles being removed from your life. But to me, it is also a card of needing a turnaround or hoping for a turnaround in your life here. Yeah, I feel like there could be a turnaround. Mending. You have this mending card. I feel like that justice will be brought to this situation, whatever it is. Yeah, I feel like you're blessed. Part of me almost feels like this is a spiritually guided or, whatever you want to call it, like not a karmic relationship. It could be for some of you, but I feel like this is like a divinely guided like situation if this is love for you. Really, I am just getting a love situation here, if I'm being honest with you, Gemini. So, I'm talking about work and all this other stuff, but I always say my readings are general. They're just whatever they're meant to be, right? So that's what I'd say here. But that's interesting. Like I said, I would be careful of this energy here. To me, tarot isn't really necessarily good or bad. To me, tarot is guidance, and that's what I'll say there. So like I always say, I don't sugarcoat my readings, but to me, these 2 5s could be a little bit challenging. At the same time, I feel like you could just be thinking, at the same time. What I would say about the 5 of Pentacles is that the 5 of Pentacles says, do not draw attention to weaknesses. 5 of Pentacles, could represent kind of too much stinking thinking. So I feel like you need to get away from that energy. But it'll be interesting to see what happens for you next week here. I feel like for some of you could focus on community. If you're not feeling it this week, I feel like there are people in your life who could help you, or you should focus on working with people in your life, like friends, family, all that other stuff. You could be getting advice here, Gemini. But yeah, that's what I got for you, Gemini. So thank you for watching and enjoy your week.